I was trying to mention it. And there's also Elden Ring fucking selling 12 million copies in like fucking 3 weeks, which is just fucking stupid, by the way. That is... I don't think people understand because people are like, only like, I feel like people look at that and they're like, only 12 million?
That's not that impressive.
It's like, that's not really that. Because you think of like, I don't know, like you think of like Spider-Man No Way Home or something. It's like, that made $1 billion. Or like something like that. And you're just like, it's not super impressive. It sold like 12 million copies. Until you realize that fucking Spider-Man PS4 sold 20 million to date. That's after 5 years or 4 years out on the market. Available to that entire ecosystem of systems. And fucking, I think Dark Souls 3...
One angle, but yes.
What do you mean?
It's only on PlayStation.
It's only on PlayStations.
Elden Ring is on everything.
No, right, but even like, dude, things don't sell like that. Especially not Dark Souls games. That's insane.
I mean, Elden Ring got the George R.R. Martin power behind it.
I don't think it had anything to do with George R.R. Martin. I'll be real.
I think it had a little bit of help.
Definitely some.
I genuinely don't think that accounts for even a fraction of. I think maybe like 5. I think maybe 5.
Every time it's advertised,
5 copies. 5 copies.
No, I think 5%, 5 to 10% maybe is George R. R. Martin. I think the rest of it, dude. The rest of it is word of mouth. The rest of it is like people being told like, what the fuck is this? Definitely a lot of
word of mouth.
The rest of it is seeing people on Twitch or like gameplay things circulating online or like just shit like. But I'm sure it's advertised very heavily, but like nobody I know even remotely cares that it's George R. R. Martin.
I will say that
you don't know people that read
because the
books
people
like
that you remotely know are already aware of the games. They're already the people that you know are already aware of the from software. Right. It's the people that don't know about these things. They know about George R. Martin. They're like, what the hell is George R. Martin got to do with this game? Oh, look, a horsey. And then they
oh, look, a horse.
I honestly think Torrent's like the driving factor. That's just me.
Torrent is the biggest thing.
Nah, for me, it's the fact that if you stab people in the back, you can scream N-word at them. When you get the backstab,
you do that in anything.
Okay.
No, he says it. Your main character says it. You don't have that talisman?
Oh, the N-word. Yeah, they have the N-word fingers. Yeah, that's for sure.
The N-word finger.
You stab him and they scream like loud. Like you have to turn down your volume fast when it's.
Did you guys see that video? Did you guys see that video that was circulating on Twitter this morning of a horse kicking another horse in the head and killing it instantly?
No. I don't want to see that.
I love horses,
man. I don't want to see that.
That's not even funny, dude.
I thought it was fucking really funny.
I'm sure he did.
I don't want to see them get.
I saw a mini horse falling, and I thought that was funny.
Oh yeah, like instantly.
The way it falls is funny because it falls and it gets like stunned. It's like freaked out and it gets up and runs off again.
But yeah,
fucking.
Go ahead. The horse is definitely like Torrent is changes the game like pretty wildly. But also I just think I don't know, man, because the people who are asking me about it, right? This is how I judge this. It's not just the people in the industry that I know who are like excited about it just because it was a FromSoft game, or the people who are, you know, fans of video games who are just curious because they're hearing about it on Twitter. It's people like my mom and like my family and the person who helps me with my taxes asking about it and not mentioning George R. R. Martin at all. Literally just people talking about this thing called Elden Ring.
What happens is this. There's several stages, all right? First and foremost, the people that were most excited are people that were the Souls fans initially. That was the first group. Then what happened is that's
not 20 million people.
No, it's not. It's a few million though, definitely. Then
I'd say it's like 5 to 10 million.
Then what happened after that is the people that were, this game is attached to George R. R. Martin. Then that had more because that's the whole entire like people that were fans of Game of Thrones or the Game of Thrones book series, which is probably arguably one of the biggest book series of all time. Then what happens is it came out. It came out, and then everyone that was a straggler got to see like, this game is crazy. And it brought more people in. But I think definitely like R. Martin, it being a Souls game and them always being a hit for the most part, and then word of mouth, all of those coalesced into it being such a big thing.
But the Souls games aren't hits like this is.
They've always been hits video game wise though.
No, they haven't.
Every single one, yes.
No,
as video games, yes, Chris. Every single Souls game. They're not to this degree. I'll give you that. But every single one.
They've been critically well received for sure, but they're not like runaway successes.
Not like this, but they've all been successful.
DS1 took a while to catch on, actually.
Yeah, they all took a while to catch on. Dark Souls 3, I think, did the best, and that sold 10 million units to date.
That's because like, at that point everybody was like on board because they were like, oh, fucking Bloodborne was so sexual to a lot of people that they're like, oh man, I fucking what have I been missing? Now I gotta play some DS3, and yeah, it's I think it's just a perfect storm. It's just a perfect storm, and I will say they used a shitload of money for advertising to the point where I'm fucking watching UFC. And right before another round's about to start, and like, oh, this fight's been brought to you by Elden Ring with George R. Martin and fucking Nigazaki, and like I was like, what the fuck? Like, and then they got Elden Ring on the fucking canvas and shit like that. Like it says Elden Ring on the yeah, fucking R. Martin and Nigazaki. Like he said that word for word, and I was like, wow, I'm on board. I'm on board. Just with those names, I'd be on board.
As of March 2015. Demon's Souls had 1.7 million copies sold.
Yeah, Demon's Souls 1.7 million. Is that the original one? Yeah, it has to be the original
that's the original one.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the original one. Then the Dark Souls series sold over 25 million worldwide.
That's Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 combined.
Yeah, that's true. And then as of May, Dark Souls has sold 27 million copies. That's insane. That's all?
Yeah,
because I guess the groups I run with play Dark Souls. That's the thing.
12 million known for being 12 million for Elden for just Elden Ring in 3 weeks. That is stupid big.
Let's keep it into perspective though. How many of those people are gonna not play it after they've tried it?
Oh,
I bet it's gonna be millions of those motherfuckers.
A lot of people are going to forget that people don't like. A lot of people are still like suspending the fact that it's still a Souls game. This game is still gonna fuck you raggedy. You're still gonna get to points where you are just getting completely trounced.
Yeah, I do feel like, and I will say, maybe the reason why, like maybe I feel like this is a hard R decision from George R. Martin, because like, hey, make more bonfires. Like, come on, nigga. Like, George R. was probably fucking sitting with the, controller, like, balanced on his belly. Like, dude, can you just put
like
more...
a champion, bro. He's on his tummy. And he's still playing well. He's fucking parrying everything. You're like, yo, how is he doing this? He's also just talking about Winds of Winter while he's doing it. He's, like, wording when it's getting recorded. He's like, yes... So at this moment, Euron Greyjoy finally finishes the Blood Pact, and you're just like, "What? This guy's amazing."
He's just the absolute shit at everything. He's just like fucking even while he's gaming, he's writing.
He's writing and getting his dick sucked, bro.
I was I feel like because I'm surprised at how many fucking checkpoints there are, bonfires, grace points or whatever.
It's more accessible. It is the most accessible one so far.
Surprise! I'm like, I was almost at the point where I'm like, I feel like I'm cheating, where it's so I can actually, I don't have to start from so far away to get back somewhere.
I know you can actually play the game. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? Like, I almost feel like I'm looking around like, is this right? I feel weird about this. There's fucking like. Just look at your map. Just look at your fucking map and then see how many of those fucking things there are. You're like,
there's a lot.
I was like, I was not expecting that.
It's also a big map, Like, that's a big
It is a big map.
It is stupid how much more there is still.
Bro, I've been to different planes of existence, like 4 different planes of existence. There's still more maps after the main map. Like, I'm at the point where I just finished the main map. I just finished that one.
Think about the first Dark Souls. It's fucking big for just like there's so many places to go that you're like what
even
the
Demon
fuck,
Souls
man?
Like that too. It's so much shit,
Like if it was your first time playing the game and you had no idea, there are so many pathways you can take that you're like, where should I go? And then you try, and then of course you're like, this is too hard, I'm gonna try somewhere else. But it's just like insane now. And then now it's the scale now is almost like, say, us trying to understand the galaxy, like you're just trying to really understand like the scale of it. And that in this game, I feel like this is how am I ever gonna finish this? Like, as far as like finding out what's there to do, and then by the time somebody like 100%'s the game, it's gonna be like, I'm not gonna do all this. Like,
I hope I never finish it.
I'm trying to do other side story stuff, and I'm just like, there's so much side story shit, dude. Like, I did one quest that's like for the werewolf dude, and that whole quest line is extremely lengthy, and it brings you to a part of the game that I wouldn't have went to naturally. And now I'm doing another part for like the holy guys. And that's also just taking it's so much game. It's so much game.
It's a beefy fucking game. It's like I recommend it to people just purely, even if you're like, oh, I don't like Souls games, just purely for just bang for your buck. It's insane. Right. Like, it is insane. Like, and even you could play that entire game. You could play a lot of that game and not even really like bother with any of the bosses, and you'd have probably a really fun time, genuinely. Like,
and
sincerely.
I think that's a very good point, man. A lot of people can enjoy it, and I genuinely think torrent really makes it a hell of a lot more accessible for people that are like, because you can escape very easily. Oh shit, I'm in hot water, help me, torrent, and then you fucking bounce, and then you can try again or just keep it exploring. You can almost treat it like fucking what was Skyrim, where a lot of people just like to fucking explore. But the cool thing is at least this horse is actually fast like a horse. The Skyrim horses are fucking dog shit.
So fucking pathetic. I hated the horse in Skyrim. I got fucking, what's his name? What's the evil horse? Blood something?
Oh, the mare, the one from the Dark Brotherhood?
The Brotherhood, yeah. And he still sucked.
I don't know. He was pretty cool. He was the only good one.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, he was a horse.
Yeah.
He was a horse that didn't die.
Compared to the other horses, I guess.
He never died.
Yeah, but like, I lost mine.
Shadowmere.
I lost Shadowmere. I don't know where the fuck he is, and I keep going back to that pool of ink, and I'm trying to resurrect Shadowmere, and he's not showing up there, and I'm like, where is he?
Awesome.
Where's my horse?
I'm tired of your shit, dude.
You lost your unkillable horse, you fucking pussy.
I lost him. I misplaced him. He's gone.
The thing that bothered me about the horses in Skyrim was how thick their legs were.
They're so beefy. They're like two horses. Clydesdale mixed together, man. They're just like this giant fucking
horses. Have you
horses.
ever seen a Clydesdale in person, bro?
Yeah, it's frightening.
They are so fucking big, dude. Me and Lily went to the OC Fair, and we saw one. And that horse was so much bigger than her. She was literally scared. She's like, I don't want to go near that.
They're scary, man.
It is. Dude, I didn't see a moose in person, but I saw like a cutout of like, this is what a moose would look like, and I was like, fuck that, dude.
Yeah, I've seen. Did you see that there's like that famous video of the moose like walking down the highway or whatever? You can see it next to cars, and it just looks like
bigger.
It looks like a borderline dinosaur. Like it's fucking crazy. And like the Clydesdales are. I don't have respect for Clydesdales because they just got two first names. But I feel like the idea of just a horse this big.
They're so gorgeous. They're such pretty horses, dude.
Oh my god, are you a horse girl?
I'm a horse fan. I think horses are beautiful.
Girl? I like horses, but I'm also intimidated by horses. Like, I like them, but I'm also.
You think horses are beautiful at all? Are you serious?
No, they're. Because I remember going to farms and like there'd be like, come pet the horse, and I would go up to the horse, and then it would look at me, and then it has like fucking flies dancing on its cornea, and fucking it's like drooling, and it's like it looks like it's like
you met disabled horses, bro. You met horses that were on the spectrum.
No, that's just literally like that's what happens with fucking horses.
I met a horse like 3 weeks ago, and it
Why
was beautiful.
Why are you meeting horses so frequently that you could say 3 weeks ago I met a horse? You freak.
Like, because I
hang out with like very real Mexican people that are like about freaking Mexican culture. They love horses, bro.
They do.
Like, it's cowboys. Insane, dude. Like, Lily's dad loves horses.
Lily's dad is a fucking weirdo then, man.
No, he's not. He's the person from the ranch, bro. They love horses. You just don't know that.
I can't believe you imagined her dad, too.
Even in Puerto Rico. When I went to Puerto Rico, they had horses there, too. And the horses there were gorgeous.
Yeah, there are horses.
They were beautiful.
There are horses in places. I am aware of.
And they're so, if they're well kept, they're really nice.
Every horse, like I've only met like two. I've only had an experience with two horses. Yeah. Both of them, like one of them, I just like was just like an asshole, and then the other one had flies in its eyes. And I remember, and it was fine with it, by the way. Didn't do anything about it. Was just like, oh yeah, they're on me. This is a symbiotic relationship we got going on, I guess. And it just like let it happen.
They were like,
just a complete cuck of a horse, just a massive cuck of a horse. It's like, here, take my eye, take it, whatever.
I mean, after a while, horses, when they're just not gonna leave you alone, so you just give up. You know?
Can you imagine though, like living a life where you're just like there are flies dancing around in your eyes, and you're just like.
I can't imagine it, but I've seen a lot of malnourished fucking children in third world countries with flies all over their faces. Yes.
I've seen that awful. Too. And I know people from those places, and like that doesn't really fucking happen. Those are really bad situations. And I'm just like, damn, dude, that sucks. Like, I have one friend that's like very Cambodian. And he was just like, yeah, dude, I saw this thing where they were like doing feed the children. And it was over where you're from. And he was like, bro, we don't all live in the fucking
country.
I was like, we don't all live in the huts and shit like that.
Yeah, no, Africa has.
I didn't
like
say
proper
it to him.
cities.
I was just like hearing it. I was hearing it. He was like, we don't all live in fucking huts and have flies dancing around our skin and all of our fucking ribs are visible.
But he knows that there's parts within his country that are like that. Just there's fucking mansions in Los Angeles, and then there's fucking Skid Row. You know, there's levels to this shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
do you think is someone in Skid Row technically poorer than someone there?
No. In Africa, like a fucking golem child running around in the desert.
Asking? Like, what are you asking? Because my brain kind of.
Who is more destitute? The person in. Are you joking?
I mean, yeah,
I wasn't sure that you were actually asking that because I'm like, that's too extreme of a question.
They have to contend with fucking. They have to contend with fucking pumas and wendigos and shit.
Most places out there do pumas.
Bro, there's food banks all over the place. The problem is most of those people are mentally ill and they don't know how to get the food. You know, so damn, but they could live okay.
They should just go to school. Okay.
It's just unfortunately. Okay, let's. What else we got?
All right.
You lazy sack of human garbage.